we're going to use our steps, our demeanor, and our punch into 3 different pass sets versus 3 different pass rushers. We're going to get Moss, our right guard, to come over here and get on the line. Again, as a right guard, we're going to have left heel on the line and right toe on the line to get the inside foot stagger. We're going to have him in a 2-point stance. The first pass rusher that we're going to do is a man on outside, a man on him, covering the rusher. He's on his shoulder, but he's on his outside shoulder. It's imperative that when we pass block, we do not bail back and give up valuable real estate back to our quarterback. If the man is on us, covering us, we are going to pass set him on the line of scrimmage. We're not going to give ground backwards into our pass set. We're going to pass set him on the line of scrimmage. Man on, pass set on the line of scrimmage. Right now we have a man on outside. Because he's on, we're going to set him on the line of scrimmage. Because he's outside, we're going to utilize a kick step to initiate the first step. So we'll be in kick slide brace. Because he's an outside rusher, we want to keep him as an outside rusher. We never want a rusher to rush inside of us, which is the shortest point to the quarterback. So we keep the weight on the inside groin. We keep the inside foot up. We stay square to the line of scrimmage. So in this pass set, a kick slide brace, we want to make sure that the 3 steps that we take are small enough that we maintain inside leverage. On this bag with a 1 and a 0, we're going to kick slide brace outward to the right, on the line of scrimmage, but have leverage to the 1. On set go, I want you to kick slide brace and I want you to walk across, and we're going to see that we're engaged. Feet outside knees, knees outside hip, big butt, big chest. We've already punched ourselves now. Square to the line of scrimmage with the weight on the inside. Here we go. Set. Go. Excellent freeze right there. Again, on the line of scrimmage, we perhaps moved slightly off, maybe a little more than we should have, but we're close proximity to the line of scrimmage. The weight is on the inside. Feet outside knees, knees outside hip, big butt, big chest, shoulders are over thighs, and we're on the inside square to the line of scrimmage, discouraging any inside rush with the strong arms and making the defender rush outside only or straight through him. Good, let's come on back. Stay right where you are, Moss. And now let's go. He's a right guard again. Again, you have to picture the center's right here. He's a right guard with a rusher on the inside now. This is a man on inside. Because he's on him, covering him, we're going to pass set him right on the line of scrimmage. Because he's on the inside, we're going to take a power step. We're going to go power slide brace. Because he's on the inside, and we want to take away the inside pass rush, the most immediate rush to the quarterback, now our pass set is going to go straight to head up. We're not going to try to get all the way to the inside and bring our whole body across for fear that he may chuck us and come back on an outside pass rush move. We're going to power slide brace with a target of being dead head up with the middle of the pass rusher to see if now then we can stop him and make him be an outside rusher. All right, let's do a man on inside pass set. Power slide brace to get head up. And then check his demeanor. Set. Cut. Perfect. Freeze right there. Again, probably arms extended a little too much. Let's get the arms back again. Let's get the bag up in here. But again, heavy inside weight, big butt, big chest, feet outside knees, knees outside hips. The arms are extended, good. Shoulders are back over the thigh. Arms are slightly bent, not fully extended. Excellent pass position. Good. Let's come on back. We only have one other that we do now. A man off outside. Even though he's a right guard, we don't often get the wide rusher versus the guard. We usually get a wide rusher versus a tackle, but we'll do it with Moss since he did such a great job. Okay? Now a man that's completely off of him. He's not covering him anymore, but he has him. You might get this in a fan technique where the tackle may be going out versus a defensive end and the guard may be going out against defensive tackle in a okay? So we're going to block a guy that's not aligned on us. Man off outside. Because he's off of us, we are now going to pass set off the line of scrimmage. We're going to pass set off at a 45-degree angle. We're not going to try to set him on the line of scrimmage. We've got to take an angle to his pass rush. because he's outside of us, we'll utilize a kick step. But now, instead of kick slide brace on the line of scrimmage, we're going to kick slide brace back off the line of scrimmage at a 45-degree angle. The biggest coaching point of this is we're going to stay square to the line of scrimmage. Even though his body is going to go out in that direction, he's going to stay square to the line of scrimmage, so the big guns stop the inside rush, and we encourage only an outside rush. If he were to turn this way towards me and try to make the block, I would easily be able to go back to the inside. So he's going to kick slide brace, man off outside, kick slide brace off the line of scrimmage, but staying square to the line of scrimmage with the weight over the inside shoulder. Let's do a man off, outside, pass set. Kick slide brace, and you're going to run right towards the quarterback, which will be that cone. Set, go. Good, excellent. Hey, just get that right foot out a little bit more. Yeah, perfect. Good, let's do it one more time. Again, on the brace step, make sure that the brace step is outside a little bit more. Let's come back a little bit more like you're off the ball a little bit. Here we go. Set, go. Kick, slide, brace. Weight back on the inside. Go. Right there, perfect. Outstanding body position, weight on the inside, big butt, big chest, feet outside knees, knees outside hips, with inside leverage, outstanding, good. Those are the 3 pass sets that we do with the 2 pass steps. Man on outside, kick slide brace on the line of scrimmage. Man on inside, power slide brace on the line of scrimmage. Man off outside, kick slide brace off the line of scrimmage. In all of them, weight on the inside, square to the line of scrimmage, feet outside knees, knees outside hips, big butt, big chest, punching out, not up, with bent elbows. Now we're going to take our offensive linemen and put them in a position to do a 2-on-1 blitz pickup versus a defensive lineman and a linebacker. If the linebacker doesn't blitz, we'll have a 2-on-1 block with 2 offensive linemen blocking a defensive lineman. If we do get the blitz of the linebacker, one will get off and the other one will take over on the down block in the pass set. All right, let's get both our guard and our tackle lined up again. Good. And let's get ourselves set up with a 3-technique defensive lineman, and I'll be our linebacker. Right now, we are in a slide protection where the offensive linemen are sliding to the left. So right now, you've got the gap to your left, and you've got your gap to the left. We are in a slide protection with these guys. Because the covered man is on the inside, they're both going to step with their inside foot and working together. So they'll both be in power slide brace. The thing that we have to be careful of is the inside man doesn't power slide brace too laterally to laterally displace himself too far to create too much separation that we can't be able to get over and cover the gap. So we will almost not have any lateral displacement, but we will take the 3 steps of power slide brace. Our uncovered tackle will take power slide brace steps to get themselves next to each other. If the linebacker does not blitz, the 2 of them will block the defensive end by himself. If the linebacker does blitz the gap, the guard will get off. Let's do a slide protection combination block in a pass set. Here we go, from a 2-point stance. Set, go. Okay, bring it back again. Again, I think there was a little bit too much lateral displacement that if this guy was a hard rusher to your shoulder, he may have gotten through. Let's make sure, let's line it up again. Here we go. Let's make sure that when we pass set, we're not moving any more than that. Just to be able to get your feet moving. 1, 2, 3. But make sure you're still covering that half of the bag at all times. You're going to try to power slide brace to the 0. You power slide brace on the 1. Here we go. Set. Go. Good. And if the linebacker doesn't come, we've got a 2-on-1. Great. Now let's do another 2-on-1. Let's stay right where you are. Guard here, tackle here. Now let's have a slide protection to the right. And let's put a defensive end here, and I'll be an outside linebacker. Now we're in a slide protection to the right. When the outside guy is covered, we're going to move our outside foot first. You're going to be in a kick slide brace, and you're going to be in a kick slide brace. If he rushes outside, you have him, and your eyes are to me. If he rushes inside, you have him, and your eyes are to me. You worry about anything in that gap, you worry about anything in that gap. There's a blitz pickup now in a slide protection to an outside covered player. Both men in kick slide brace. Set, go. Good, good. Okay, but stop right there. Quick coaching point. Make sure as you laterally displace, don't let me have the inside. As soon as you come off of him, stay where you are and only give me an outside go. If you went as wide as you did, I would probably have taken the inside. Let's do that again and make sure, keep your hand on him to make sure that you don't laterally displace yourself so much that I get the inside. Let's do that same thing again. Set, go. Much better. I was forced to go outside or go straight through you. Outstanding position. Let's just make sure elbows are bent and we're sitting back more so that our shoulders are over our thighs. Great. Those are our 2 blitz pickups in our slide protection of 2 offensive linemen working a 2-on-1 to a defensive lineman and then visual to a linebacker. If he drops, you get the 2-on-1. If the linebacker blitzes, the lineman that has responsibility of that gap will come off and get him. Now we're going to take our guard and our tackle, and we're going to put them in a 2-on-2 pass rush versus a defensive end and a defensive tackle that are going to work in a twist move. And we're going to talk about when they stay on and when they have to switch off the pass rushers. Let's get our guard and tackle set up. So we have right now, we'll have a right guard and a right tackle. I'll be the 3-technique defensive tackle. Edwin will be the 5-technique defensive end. In our pass rush right now, we're going to have Edwin upfield first, and then in. I'm going to step up and then loop around. When we have an inside guy looping out, we do not have to switch. We can just have Connor stay on the inside rusher. And as I loop out and around, it affords Moss the opportunity to peel back and around and pick me up. When the looper is inside out, you do not have to switch. Let's do a twist right now. End first, tackle loop, no switch. Rush up and then in. I'll step up and then loop around. Both of you are in a kick slide brace on the line of scrimmage because you have outside rushers on you. Here we go. Set, go. Good, and a great job of not overflowing and allowing me the inside. Let's come on back now, and let's have the 2 of us switch so I can maintain being the looper. Now you're the 3-technique, and I'm the 5-technique defensive end. Now you're going to go first, and I'm going to loop inside. Now, when we have the outside guy looping in, we have to switch for this reason. If the 3-technique rushes and picks the offensive tackle, and the guard stays with him, on my loop, outside in, there's no chance for the tackle to recover, and I get the big shot onto the quarterback. So, when we have an outside looper looping in, we have to switch those 2 guys. The person that'll be able to see the switch is the guard. He's going to see his guy rush out. He's going to feel the contact with the tackle, and he's going to see my helmet looping behind. When he sees the helmets cross, he's got to call switch. You'll take over. As you see me go in, you're going to go in anyway. You're going to take over that block, and you're going to wait for me to come around to pick me up. Okay? So we're going to go a tackle first, end loop in with a switch now on set, go. But both of you, don't cheat. You're not supposed to know about it. Let's kick, slide, brace first, and then react to what we do. Set, go. Good. That's a great job in executing the switch. Again, making sure that both guys are doing the thing that they're supposed to do first. If there's an outside rusher, it's kick, slide, brace. Then react to what they do. If it's an inside looper looping out, no need to switch. The guard can climb over the top. If it's an outside looper looping in, the guard has to call the switch because the tackle is going to get picked by the defensive tackle.
Just wanted to start by thanking Coach Alercio again for taking the time to come down here and talk to us about offensive line play, particularly in the pass game. You know, there's so many blitzes, so many concoct pressures, those zone dogs, those man dogs. Everyone's trying to get to the quarterback these days. And I think it's important as an offensive line coach and as a head coach to make sure your offensive line knows who to block. You know, we all see breakdowns at all levels of football where guys come free and, you know, they get a piece of those priceless quarterbacks, you know, which we don't like as coaches. So Coach Alercio, I wanted to bring him on to talk about a few things. He's a very well-respected coach, especially in the northeast part of the country. He runs various offensive line camps, big man camps that he does in the winter and the spring. I just wanted to talk to Coach about some specific questions I had as a coach based on offensive line play in the pass game. The first thing I wanted to address with you is a lot of coaches talk now about a straight vertical set, especially in the West Coast style offenses in the spread game when they're talking about, you talked a lot about getting on that 45 and you work with some of the players here to work on the 45. What's your thoughts on working that vertical set? Is there a place for it where you're working straight back and when do you want to work it?
Yeah, there is. The only time we ever do a vertical pass set is when we're talking about a way far removed guy. And we'll get that in those long yardage situations. Sometimes you'll get guys that'll take the true defensive ends and put them at defensive tackle, take outside linebackers and put them at defensive end just to fly off the corners. Right? So if we have a guy that's way removed, I'm talking about not a man, like we did man on outside, man on inside, and man off. But now I'm talking about a guy that would be outside the next man. I'm talking about a tackle blocking a guy that would be outside of a tight end. In that scenario, you can't bail out at 45 degrees and ever get squared up to him at an intersecting point. So if the man is what we would say 2 men outside, he's not only outside of you, he's outside of a guy that would be next to you. We need to go into a vertical pass set now, going straight back from the line of scrimmage, but again, staying square to the line of scrimmage to get at the intersecting point of where he would come in, square to the line of scrimmage at an intersecting point of where he would come in to attack the quarterback. So yeah, there is a place for it, although you don't see a lot of far removed defensive end rushers at the high school level.
You don't. Is there an option if you have a wide tilt rush end, open side 5 technique where the player may have a lot more ability than the offensive tackle? Is there a place for it now to work that vertical step, or do you still prefer working on that?
I still prefer, especially if he's more athletic than I am, to get myself in position with less spacing on him. So I'd still rather get to the 45-degree angle, but if he's too wide, that a 45-degree angle can't get to me to an intersecting point square to the line of scrimmage, then I have to take a vertical step.
What's your visual aiming point on that 45-degree step? What do you want?
It's an inside number. If it's a 2-digit number, if there's a single-digit number, it's just inside of the inside chest plate. But we want to visualize the inside half of the body.
Okay. Some coaches have gone away from that with the vertical set based on athletic ability. Now they're talking more about a jump set. Where now they don't want to waste time. They get right into that defensive line. They're almost taking a step forward. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I think if I'm Jim McNally coaching Anthony Munoz, the 2 guys who started it, we're in great shape. You know, the downside is you need one skilled cat to be able to go out. Again, here's the thing. In all honesty, offensive linemen are generally less athletic than defensive linemen. Now, in high school, if it's the same kid playing across the ball, maybe you can do this stuff. But understanding this, the goal of the defensive lineman is to get even or behind the offensive lineman. So just simplicity will tell you, if I go forward, I'm giving him an opportunity to get behind me easier than if I stay where I am or work slightly backwards. So in order to keep my hips between the quarterback and his hips, it behooves me to set him where I am or slightly back. If I bring my hips forward, I give him an advantage. Now, if I'm talking great feet, great athleticism, and he's a slug, you can go after and jump set that cat. But boy, it's tough to say. An unathletic kid going up an athletic kid to try to consume the space, I'd be real worried about that one.
One of the things I like about Coach Alercio, offensive line coach, use the word behooves. That's always pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to do the cardinal sin here.
Go ahead.
As an offensive line coach, I'm going to pick up a football.
Well, centers touch footballs, yeah.
And, you know, every time I go see Coach and I hear him talk and I go to some of his many camps around this area, he does a great job presenting the shotgun snap. And I think it's so important. I don't know what you feel about that. I think it's one of the most undercoached things, especially at the high school level, talking about that snap. So Coach is going to talk us through how to properly execute a shotgun snap and the coaching points that go along with it.
Well, let's first of all talk about sometimes, Coach, you're going to just get a kid that knows how to shotgun snap, and that's great, and you'll run it. But you can't not run the shotgun offense, which everybody runs, and there's so many, and everybody should run a little piece of it, I think, because it's so good, and there's so many good things out of it. And it takes so much pressure off your quarterback. But it's easy to teach any kid how to be able to do a simple shotgun snap. And we'll do a couple things that we teach so any kid can do it. Now, some kids, I've been to high school camps and at our clinics that we've run, and we run our offensive line clinics, as you know, in New Jersey, Vermont, in Maryland, and we're looking to expand into Massachusetts. But there's kids that just do it, man. They snap that thing back there. But sometimes you don't have anybody that can do it. So you got to teach somebody to do it. You got to teach one kid to do it so you can keep that part in your offense. Some of the things that I'll tell you, and if a kid does it great, don't change it. Let him do it the way he does it. But if you're just trying to teach a kid how to do it, one of the easiest things to do is tell them, don't grab the laces like a quarterback. Kids that do that generally will sail the ball over the head more often than not if they're just learning how to do it. Put the knuckle of your thumb on the top lace like that. So ensure that you're not going to throw the ball like a quarterback. The next thing that's often a concern when kids learning how to do it is when they snap it, they snap or break their wrist, which often causes the snap to go high over the quarterback's head, which is a cardinal sin, and that just kills the offense and get the punt team ready to go. Okay? So we're going to put the thumb knuckle there, and we're going to slightly cock the wrist, and then just lock it in that position. Now, when we snap the ball and the arm comes between, as soon as the forearm hits the thigh, we're just going to open up our hand. So as the forearm comes back and hits the thigh, get ready to catch the ball. We're just going to open our hand and let the ball come back like a knuckleball. Generally, the ball is going to be somewhere between your knees and your shoulders, one side or the other, so you will be able to catch it. Don't expect the kid right off the bat to be able to place the ball on the hip for your zone read. That might come. But initial stages in just being able to teach a kid how to do it. Thumb on the top lace. Slightly bend the wrist. Put it out on the snap directly back. When the forearm hits the thigh, open the hand and let it just go back. Let's see if we can have Connor, who's playing tackle and probably never done this before, to see if he can get one. Connor, come back just a little bit more towards me. Good. And let's see if he can get one off to me. Set, go. Good. That's a nice job, Connor. Again, it wasn't beautiful. It wasn't the best one I've ever seen, but you can teach a kid in 1 second how to be able to get it back. Now, if he works it more and more, he's going to get better and better and faster and faster. And again, by putting the knuckle there and locking the wrist and not allowing him to thrust it back there, you're going to eliminate the ones over the head and be able to run the shotgun snap in your offense.
Well, there you have it. Some great techniques and fundamental work with offensive line in the pass game. Just want to thank Coach Alercio again. I'd like to thank our subscribers and our readers at X&O Labs for sending us your surveys so we can compile those reports to better serve you, the coaching community. Again, we're coaching-based facts based on research, not opinions. So it was a pleasure having you. Hopefully you'll see you all soon.